Okay, pre-calc friends, this is day 9, 1.5, which is solving equations, which is super easy. I know you already know how to do this, but it also, at the end, also has a little bit of review, which we can't see yet, because there it is, because we have a test next week, so I want to make sure that you remember how to do this, okay? So let's just do these first, because these are super simple, right? So we're solving equations, and you want to get the x's on one side and then the numbers on the other side. So if you want to always put the x on the left, that's fine. It really doesn't make any difference. I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. So I get negative 2x minus 4 equals 8. And then I would add 4 to both sides. So negative 2x equals 12. Divide by negative 2. X equals negative 6. Now you know it's not always going to work that way, but I got these out of the book, so maybe they'll be nice. All right, if you have parentheses, remember you have to distribute first. So 5 times 3x is 15x, plus 5 times 1 is 5, equals 2 times x, and 2 times negative 4 is minus 8. So then again, I put the letters on one side, so subtract 2x. So I get 13x plus 5 equals negative 8. Subtract 5. So I get 13x equals negative 13. Divide by 13, x equals negative 1. So those are simple. They're not hard. You've been doing them forever. The only ones that are quote-unquote hard are those that involve fractions. So I'm still going to do the same thing. I'm going to add 2 to both sides to get the y by itself. So 3/5 y equals, now you have to use fractions. That crazy, my math lab wants fractions, so have fractions. So I'm doing the math frac once I'm done, and I get 19 over 8. Okay, and now I'm going to divide by 3/5. Divide by 3/5. Using my calculator, dividing by 3/5 is, again, some crazy decimals, so I'm going to make it a fraction. So this says that y equals, unbelievable, but 95 over 24. I'm going with it, so there you go. All right, this one I would distribute my 4, so 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 times 2 is 8, and then bring down that minus 7 equals distribute my 3, so I get 3x minus 6. I might combine these two like terms before I do anything else. So 12x plus 1 equals 3x minus 6. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and then I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. Do that all in one step because it's getting late in the day and I'm lazy. So 12 minus 3 is 9x equals negative 7. So divide by 9, x equals negative 7/9. Okay, so that was easy enough. Now do you remember how to do this? This is what some of your homework was that was due today. So except it has to be parallel to this line. What do we know about parallel lines? You're like, oh yeah, they have the same slope. So I need to find the slope of this line and then use that. So the easiest way for me to find the slope of this line is to solve for y. So subtract 3x. So I get 4y equals negative 3x plus 7. Divide by 4. I only care about the slope. So y equals negative 3/4 x plus 7/4. But my slope is negative 3/4. That's the important thing, and I'm using the point negative 1,4. If it were perpendicular to that line, I'd flip and negate. All right, so now I'm going to find b. Y equals mx plus b. This should look familiar. 4 equals negative 3/4 times negative 1 plus b. So 4 equals positive 3/4. Plus b, subtract 3/4. If I subtract 3/4, 4 minus 3/4. I know that that's 3 1/4, but I want to make it a fraction, so I'm using my calculator. So that means b is equal to 13 over 4. So my final answer is y equals, no, not 13 over 4, the slope, silly, negative 3/4 x now plus 13 over 4. And that's the way you have to type it into my math lab. All right, and then the distance quick. Remember, the distance squared is equal to the difference of the x's squared and the difference of the y's, 1 squared, okay? So distance squared equals, I'm going to say 2 minus negative 3 squared plus 2 minus negative 10 squared. So 2 minus negative 3, oh, we're doing that in 7th grade math. So plus plus makes 5. 5 squared is 25. Plus, this will be plus plus also, so that's 12. 12 squared is 144. So d squared equals that, where d squared equals 169. And I take the square root of 169, and I get d to be 13. Okay, so make sure you're practicing those. We have a test next week. All right, goodbye.